friends, welcome back to another Boxycharm video, and this is going to be my paid for boxes. I'm starting this video a little differently because this morning I realized I knew I had some duplicates, but I thought I had more duplicates than I did. So some things are going to be brand new products for me to try on camera with you. I thought, why not? Let's get in it. You guys know I love doing my Boxycharm videos. I do them so many different ways. I have a lot of spin-off videos, and a lot of you guys have let me know that you really love my Boxycharm content. So thank you so much for wanting to see more of this. If you missed my first Boxycharm video of the month where I am unboxing and doing a wear test, get ready with me for the full PR boxes. I'm going to link that above for you. Today, these are my paid for boxes, like I said. So I've already tried a lot of this, but as I thought I had more duplicates than I did, I was like, oh my gosh, these are new. I thought I had the same thing here, but it's totally different from the same brand. So let's just have a little extra fun. Get ready with me time. I'm still going to do the honest user reviews, and I'm going to do my reviews. If you happen to be new here, what I love to do with these products is, yes, open the box, tell you everything I got, do long wear tests, but also I love to go online and tell you what other actual users of all of these products are saying, because sometimes what works for me doesn't work for other people and vice versa. I love getting feedback from you guys, and I already have some updates about what you saw in that previous video, so be sure to check that out. Now, grab your tea, grab your snack, grab your water, get comfy, because no matter how much I try to shorten some of these videos, this one's always going to be hecka long. Cheers! I'm going to be doing a bit of a try on with you, but I do already have some base makeup on. So let's talk about what I've already started with. In my paid for base box versus the PR, I did get another glow recipe, and this is how I started my face today. This is the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I did use this, and I did use this after putting on the 111 Skin. This is the Essence, antioxidant, energizing essence, as they like to call it. I got another one of these in my paid for premium box. I got one in my PR, and I got one in my paid for. All these P's, premium, paid for, PR, all the P's are just rolling off the tongue today, but I did get another one of these. I did put this on first before I put on the skincare, because so many of you awesome boxy babes out there let me know, because I was like, what do I do with this? What good is this? You let me know that this is actually good for being that booster product before you use other things. It helps these things to sink in better, to do their job better. Any other skincare you're doing. So you start with this, and then you move on to some of your favorite skincare, and it's supposed to like amplify it, boost it, make everything else work so much better. So I was like, okay, challenge accepted. I cannot wait to see how this works. Another duplicate that I was surprised that I did get of, but it was in a previous month, I think last month, in my paid for base box. This Pinky Rose Cosmetics multi-use makeup base sticks for $20. These are the same shades that I got, I believe, last month. So these are going to go in an upcoming like giveaway or giveaway to family and friends. As much as I kind of assumed this was going to be like a filler product, I actually did enjoy these products. I do mention that in the previous video, so I'll link that above for you. But this is something that is a duplicate to my collection. So let's move on to something that I've not gotten to try. And when I get to the premium box unboxing, it'll all make more sense. But I did get some of these brushes. These are the Transluce Beauty I Am an Artista brush set for $27. I feel like I haven't gotten new brushes in a while, so this is actually kind of exciting for me. For a while there, I feel like we were getting a ton. Now I feel like it's been a little bit, and that's kind of like how I like my boxes to be. Like, give me a little bit of variety. And these look like they're going to be really nice quality. They feel a little stiff, but they're still pretty soft. So I'm excited to play with these. Some of these seem to be like crease brushes, shader brushes. This one's a little bit more of a definer brush. So let's play with these, along with something that I thought I already got, because I guess this came over here in my premium box, and in my head, I kind of had jumbled up all the makeup, so I wasn't really paying attention to what came in base versus premium, and I'm going a little back and forth with these unboxings because that's how my brain works. I had already received this Transluce Beauty I Am Shadow palette for $30. This is the thing I was teasing you in my last BoxyCharm video that I was using to start an eye look. Because the other palette that I was using in that video didn't really have a neutral crease shade to kind of use as a transition to build up a shade. So I used this a little out of frame so you didn't know what was coming, but that I was using something from this box. So I really thought, when I saw this packaging and it's very blue, vibrant shade, when I saw another one of these, I was like, oh, okay, so I just got the same thing, but didn't remember one was in a premium, one was in a base, and there is a pretty significant size difference. Your girl was just not paying attention that day. So I have no idea what's in here. So I already knew I wanted to play with this palette because I had already been doing that behind the scenes to test it and give you the full reviews, but I was like, what's this? What's in this box? I even don't know as of this moment. I've not even peeked at this. So we're gonna discover together what the heck this is in the base box called the I Am Siempre Divina set. This is a $25 value. It's a complete eye set that includes everything you need for an eye-catching look. That is as far as I had read. So let's get into this together. Having a mystery unboxing, unless you already know, which I don't. Oh, comes with a little baby lash glue already, so there's lashes in here, I guess. I'm gonna take back the tissue paper. It's like this own little bundle. It's like a present. And right here, there are lashes, but this isn't even the main event because there's something else in here too, but these lashes look kind of nice. And I have been playing with lashes more lately. What's this? What is this little guy? Oh my goodness. Kind of like you're getting into the grab bag from your grandma that had so much tissue in the packaging. Anybody else have a grandma that did that? Just me? Okay. So this is it's like a tiny palette. All right, let's see here. Oops. Losing the plastic. Oh! Oh, this is adorable. This is a lot of fall neutral warm tone shades. Yes, okay. Super excited for this. Even though I got this, it's like, okay. So I guess if you didn't get the premium, but you were still really interested in this palette, you can still try their shadows in a much more approachable way. So this is gonna be so exciting. Okay, I'm really excited to play with this even more now. And we have some lashes to play with too. Super exciting. So this is premium, this is base. Doing my unboxing in a really weird way, it feels like, but let's just roll with it. I also got some more of these julep makeup remover towelettes that I tend to use for swatches. I've already covered that in a previous video. Not a huge fan of getting those in the box, but we don't get them much, so I'm not gonna fuss. And that is everything in the base box, the Spellbound base box that I do pay for. So now I'm gonna move over here, and I've already been telling you some stuff I got in my premium box because it kind of mixes and matches. It just makes sense for me. Because I already told you I got this 111 skin again, so I do have another one. Probably going to either put that in a giveaway that's coming up or a friend or family member. I also got more of these Dew of the Gods Filla Collagen Under Eye Pads for 20 bucks. So I have an update. I had a few of you guys reach out to me and say you tried this and it did not work great for you. You don't know if it's the witch hazel in there, but it definitely stung your eyes when you used it. I asked Adam again, how did it feel for you? Now granted, he's not gone back into it yet. He said mostly it was just that he had it too close to his eye, but he does want to try it again. So I guess it didn't sting for him. He just thought it was too uncomfortable. I'm not sure. I've tried it twice and I'm not sure I see too much. So stay tuned for an upcoming like quarterly review where I can give you even more details about this after there's been more time behind the scenes for Adam and myself. But I know some of you were already like, ooh, this did not work for me. But if it did work for you, tell us below. And what did you notice? I'm still trying to figure out what I noticed because it didn't bother my eyes or my skin, but I didn't notice much. I also got another Tarte Man-Eating Gloss, and I really liked this. This one here in the shade Buff. So I'm pretty excited for this because I liked the other one that I got. Okay, and I almost forgot about this until I got to the part of like prepping my makeup for this video, and I was like, oh yeah, brows. There was something in my PR boxes that I liked a lot in the shade Medium, but I got a darker shade in my paid-for box, and I don't think this works as well. So we're gonna start there as I move on from this unboxing portion. This is again the Rowan Vow Brow, and this is supposed to be in your dark shade, which should work for me. Look at my hair, look at my brows. I have just a little bit in my brows to go in to start this, but I'm like, I haven't done this yet. So I'm like, let's do this together. When I was swatching it before, it was not pretty. it looks more gray toned, not dark. And I'm like, who wants to, I mean, some people may want to make their brows gray, but I really don't. For me, this isn't like a dark, maybe this is like a cool dark, but it comes across gray toned on my skin tone, my hair type. That's what I was noticing. And let me show you the medium that ended up working really well for me. Same brand, same everything. And maybe it's because it's like a richer medium brown. This is what I was using in my previous video and it worked great. This to me just has too cool of a dark to, oh, I don't know. We'll try it again. We're going to try it on camera. Oh yeah, and one more thing that's still in my bathroom that we have to talk about because I think I had an allergic reaction to it. Yeah. This is the Perricone MD Vitamin C Ester Citrus Brightening Cleanser for $35. So here's my story with this. I tried this when I first got the box, washed off my makeup. I believe, I don't remember if I was in the shower that night. No, I think it was just at the sink, washing off all my makeup, end of day. No big deal, right? So I go to sit down and just kind of hang out with Adam for a little bit before bed. And I started noticing a stinging and a tingling sensation in my eyes. And I was like, well, that's weird. I mean, maybe I got too much soap close to my eyes. Maybe it got in my lashes. I don't remember if I had on liner that day or not. But I remember being a little concerned. And I thought, well, the stinging will go away, whatever. And then I went to bed. And throughout the night, I woke up a few different times noticing, I used to call it sleep as a kid. I don't know what it's actually called, where you get some of those like eye mucus. I don't know what else to call it. I'm sorry. Where it clumps your eyelashes together throughout the night. I used to get it a lot as a kid, like with allergies and stuff, but as an adult, I don't really experience it much unless it's like severe allergy time or something. So I realized that my eyes were a tinge puffy, but throughout the night I had had that issue of the tingling sensation, maybe a slight burning. And I was like, what happened? And then I remembered I tried this and this was the only different thing. So I was like, okay, noted. Maybe it's bad around the eyes. So the next day I had took a shower. So I used it in the shower, but stayed face areas. Didn't go near, you know, the eyes. And then at the end of my shower and like about 5 minutes later at the most, I felt the eye tingling again. And I was like, no, not doing this. This has got to be what it was then. So then I went and washed my face again with something else totally different that I've been using and really enjoy. If you can hear Penny barking, there is a stray dog just roaming by and Penny's not having it. This is her turf. She's letting it know. The fun parts of behind the scenes filming. You gotta wait for your dog to stop giving the business to another bitch. Penny, stop! Come on, honey. Okay, she's inside. Back to this. Where was I? That's the fun part of trying to remember. Okay. I noticed that after I washed my face, the tingling was still there, but not nearly as much. My eyes didn't have that sticky feeling the next day. So I kind of stopped using it. I did mention it a little bit on my Instagram. I'm like, guys, something I might be allergic to. And I let one of you guys know who's an esthetician what happened. And she thinks that either might be an ingredient in this product that maybe I have an allergic reaction to or is known to cause a little bit of a reaction, or it could be overload of vitamin C, and it depends on what else I've been using in my skincare routine. I've mostly been using my Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. A lot of you guys know I love. This has been kind of like my main go-to lately. Obviously, I'm touching into a couple other things here and there, but this has been my main go-to. So I'm not sure if these are competing with each other or if the ingredient in this just isn't working for me, but I've not wanted to go back to this since. So I'm really curious about the online reviews, honestly. All right, enough jibber jabber. Let's put some makeup on this face, at least more makeup on this face. And I want to get back into the brows. Like I showed you here, like this even on my camera screen over here, this looks gray toned. And why I would want gray tone in my brows, I don't know. We will try this, but I have the medium on deck in case I need it. It might help that I've already started my brow with just a touch of the color that I think works better for me. But I've been proven wrong before, so I'm always open to check things out, different tones, cooler. I think that's mostly because this is supposed to be a cool tone dark shade, but I mean, it comes across on my skin as like a gray deep tone. Like you could kind of see it here in the front part of my brow, and I don't know how well you'll be able to tell on camera. But right up here is where you can really see this cool dark tone. And I just don't think that looks good on my skin tone with the rest of my hair. I just think that pulls in a different way. So I'm gonna go back over here with this medium, see if I can blend that. Still really see that tone. Gotta do it to this side now. I think I would not call this dark if I were them. I think I would call this cool brown maybe, or almost gray, because at least that's how it pulls on my skin tone. Although this could pull totally different tone, I guess, on another skin tone. But I gotta make it match now. Yeah, I like this medium shade better. I don't think you're gonna be able to totally mask the dark shade that has that gray tone for me. I'm gonna try to do a couple of other things, but I just don't think that this dark shade works for me. If anybody else got this shade and maybe you have dark hair, how does it work for you? Do you have a different complexion than me? Because I think this is just pulling way too gray, and at least with this warm brown shade, I can build it up and it doesn't look like I've aged my face. Just a different way to do this. I'm gonna go into the review now just to see what people are saying. So it looks like they have the two shades essentially. It's either the medium or the dark. Like, these are the two options that they have on their website currently. And it has 270 reviews. It has a little less than 4 hearts. Too waxy, too thick, says Beth W. Christy said, this pencil is more firm than some I have used and it's just not comfortable to use. Melissa R said, I love any kind of brow pencil. This goes on easy and it's not too heavy to where you accidentally put on too much. It's great, she says. It's okay, kind of on the hard side, says Cynthia, 3 hearts. Everybody else was kind of giving it 4 to 5 hearts. I've noticed sometimes the hearts don't line up with sometimes their commentary, so that was kind of why I wasn't giving any of that information. But Christy J intentionally gave this 2 hearts and said, not a huge fan of brow pencils, but it was a good color match for her. Love the color, but very dry and difficult to apply, says Simone. I did notice that at first with both of these pencils, you do have to kind of like warm it up on your hand, and then it kind of does a bit better. Christina S gave this 3 hearts and says, for sure my least favorite product from Rowan, but very light and natural for a good no makeup day. The brow part does not remotely match my brows. I'm guessing she got the dark one, which I did too, because that's what my profile is set to. She gave this less than 1 heart. Didn't love this. I feel we've been getting too many brow products, says Heather. I burned through them, so I'm cool with getting brow products. Okay, Marissa gave this less than 1 heart and says, I don't like this eyebrow pen at all. Once again, I can get an e.l.f. dupe that works great and it's a lot better. This was almost dry and pulled my brows out. Too dark for me and dry. Not very pigmented, said Lena V, 3 hearts. A lot of people saying they don't use brow pencils. I'm noticing that quite a bit. Some of them are giving them 5 hearts though when they say that. Some of them are giving them less. So I think sometimes the rating scale gets a little askew. Not a strong brow pencil, says Char Nay, 2 hearts. Great color, texture, shape, and size. I love it, says Julie. So there's a lot of like middle of the road on this. Which color did you get if you got this? Now that I'm seeing them next to each other, I can definitely tell. Well, I'm wondering if a lot of people got this that are saying the color doesn't work. Okay, so now I'm really excited because I'm going to go into these brushes for the first time, and I'm going to go into these 2 palettes. I've gone into this palette a few times already, but this I didn't even know I had. So let's play. I love opening up multiple palettes and just kind of letting the products speak to me. Speaking of the look, I did darken up the brows a bit with a powder just to see if I can make them match a bit better. That's going to probably be a thing throughout this video. Whoa, first impression of this brush, it is way softer than I anticipated. On the eyes, it is much softer. For some reason, I thought it was going to be much more textured, more bristly. It is not. It is super soft. Again, I just got this palette, didn't even realize that this was an exact mini of this big palette. I was thinking that this was just like a small separate palette, but now I'm realizing as I'm looking at the 2 side by side, they're the same colors. So the mini is just kind of either nice to have if you didn't get the big one or you like something smaller to travel with. But I don't need both, I guess. So I think what I'll do instead of reaching into this tiny one is just use the big one that I've been using and maybe put this in the giveaway. I haven't decided yet because I just literally realized it. Maybe I'll use it for just travel. But now I know if you didn't get this, It's okay because everything is in this. Ooh, pigmentation. How are you doing? Oh, wow. I forgot how pigmented these are. I've not gone back in. This is just one dip. Holy cow. I feel like the shades are also more vibrant on your lids than they are in the pan. I kind of thought this Dusty Rose shade would be a very simple, neutral transition shade, but once I got it on my lid, it is much more of a Dusty Rose pink tone that shows up. Again, super pigmented colors, super duper pigmented. These brushes are really impressing me with how soft they are. They feel lightweight in the body, but the bristles are actually really nice. Okay, I think the palette actually is really nice. I think there's a lot of punch. There's a lot of pow with these shades. I can do some swatching of them as well, and I will say I feel like these neutral shades that they do have in this tiny little muffin over here, it's like an approachable version to this palette. I tried to use almost all the shades in this palette. Actually, I may have in the smaller one just to remind myself how they do. I did try some of these other ones as well, but I have to say some of these shades in here look a little different in the pan than you expect on your eye, because like these neutral shades that are in that smaller palette definitely pack a punch, as you saw when I was applying my lid and my crease. Do a little swatch in here. Like I feel like on the arm even and in the pan it looks like a Dusty Rose shade, but on the lid I feel like it's a lot more punchy. So I can only imagine what shade this is gonna look like on my lids. A lot more orange in this, but I really like it. I do. There's just a lot more pow color in it than I was expecting. I used the blue and black to do a little bit of a liner look, but I do want to get into more of these like hustle shades and the grateful shade. I did combine vibrant and unstoppable. I have done that before too with Divina, and I really think they layer so beautifully on top of each other. Into hustle and grateful and vibrant and unstoppable for some shimmer. So watches. Ooh. I really like the formula more than I thought I would, considering I had never heard of this palette. I gotta swatch Soul and Happy just because I'm really curious how those more neon-y bright colors swatch. And it looks like my battery is about to die, so I'm gonna need to grab my backup battery. Whoa. Okay. Okay, I could see that green shade up top being really great for fall. I kind of wanted to play with that, but then I realized halfway through, like I said, that this is that palette, just mini version, and I wanted to use up as many of these shades as I could to let you know, if you got this instead of this, my thoughts. But I do like the eye look. I did pop on the lashes that came with this mini little bundle, which is a nice little compliment, I'll say that, but the lashes, between me and you, kind of suck. They're like probably dollar store quality, maybe a little less. They're not hard to work with. It's just that band is pretty plasticky, and you can get way better lashes at like a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's on sale. So these are fine. They're just not great, but they're very lightweight, so I don't feel like they're too heavy or anything, and they definitely complement the eye look. I went into this Ponderosa shade because I didn't really realize what color it was before, and whew, like, look how pigmented that is. That is super vibrant. The Bella shade for me was a little bit more cool toned. I didn't put that on today, but I tried it another day and it kind of stumped me, and it looks a little, I don't know, it doesn't look so great with my skin tone, but I could see how that would work for a lot of people. Like, look at all of these swatches. I feel like this palette is kind of a home run as far as like pigmentation, blendability, getting it on the lids. It really impressed me. I want to use it a bit more. I used the black shade and the dark blue shade, like I said, for some liner moments. But I want to play with this more. I really do. This has been a really nice fall approach to some neutrals, but also, like I just said, some of these vibrant shades I could definitely see, and the shimmers blend so well together. I've used these a few times now and I've been really impressed with them. So I'm really excited to see what other people are saying online about it. Let me get a backup battery. I know in my PR video, I was using the Ace Beauté palette. Really loved that palette. So I kind of was thinking this would be the one that was a little lackluster comparatively, but I mean, look at these swatches. Look how pigmented it is. I like the eye look. I want to play with it some more. And the mini palette is just as nice. It's just got all the neutral shades, which is super approachable, and mini palettes are so in right now. So it's a nice option. And as I said before, these brushes really surprised me. I am surprised at how soft they feel on the lids. I thought they maybe be a little scratchy just based off, you know, looking at them a first application, first use, but they're not. They're super soft, super blendable. I liked how all of these performed. Even the detail brush for that outer wing under the eye look did a great job. I'm curious to see what people are saying about it online. Let's just do that really quickly. Oh, so there's two mini palettes. Okay, so now that I'm on the page, now I can see it a little bit more. So it's got the big palette here. This is the Eyeshadow palette for $30, and it's got 145 reviews, but then it looks like there are multiple options for the mini, so we'll get there in a second. Lindsay said this is a fun, bright, and exciting palette. I would agree. She said, I've used it once, and I felt like a beautiful mermaid. I could totally see that. I will say the shimmers do kind of fall down on the face of it, but it's not overwhelming. Colors are vibrant, goes on easily, says Lean B. Love this palette. The colors are rich and go on smooth, says Tracy. Really impressed with the colors in the palette. Great neutrals and some awesome brights. Perfect palette for on the go. Nice palette. A little too bright for me, says Amanda, but she still gave it 4.5 hearts. Not a fan of this, says Brianne S. Less than 1 heart. Was not her jam. Not a premium product, says Christina S. I maybe thought that because maybe I didn't know the brand, maybe I was unfamiliar with this indie version, but if she's tried it, she may change her mind. From the shimmers down here to the mattes up here, everything is bold, including the neutrals, and I think that's just it. Even the neutrals are bold, so you can take your time blending it down, or you can take a second to build it up, depending on what you want to do. I would maybe disagree, and this is only a $30 palette, so maybe that's where she means it's not premium. Maybe she's looking for more that $50, $45 mark for an eyeshadow palette. I'm actually pleasantly surprised, and this is giving me some of the OG Boxycharm vibes a little bit. Do you guys remember, or were you watching any of the Boxycharm videos if you weren't getting it back in like 2016, 2017, when we were getting a lot more indie brands? We got introduced to new things. So I kind of like this a lot. I like trying stuff that I've never heard of, but it's quality. This is cruelty free. I love that there is some pigment to it, lastability, all of that good stuff. Annette gave this 5 hearts, and she says that she loves the eyeshadow palettes, but she also likes that this one comes, and I think she's saying medium, the small ones, or this big one, and that they're very colorful and pigmented. What I noticed at first when I was using this off camera were the size of the pans. I felt like these were smaller than maybe I was accustomed to, so I was kind of like, these seem, you know, like maybe I'm not gonna get as much out of it, but you really do, because they are so pigmented. These are gonna last a really long time. And I think we're just so accustomed to maybe some of the bigger pans that I wasn't even thinking like, wow, this is really gonna pack a punch. So maybe that was also another psychological part of it for me, but I'm impressed. Amber J gave this 5 hearts. I'm loving this palette. The colors are beautiful. Not to mention it has a removable keepsake mirror. Are you removable? I mean, it does have a really nice quality mirror. You guys saw me using it. Christina S gave this 5 hearts and says, beautiful, blendable formula and strongly pigmented. Yeah, it'll pack a punch. These shadows are so easy to work with, and the way that the shadows are grouped makes it easy to come up with a different look every day. It's definitely my favorite palette so far. I would really agree with that, because down here I'm looking at a bunch of neutrals, maybe a little vibrant pop in there, and then I'm also looking here like this is totally an approachable section of the palette. Then we're getting into more colorful centers here, and then we've got a little bit of this fall feel and this whole back quadrant. I mean, there's a lot of options in here. I do like how it's laid out. That was a great point. Not a bad palette, just not my style or my colors, and I don't really want these lashes, says Sarah. Some people might be reviewing the minis in with this big one as well, kind of based off what I am seeing. but it's the same formula as far as the shadows go. Some people are saying they really like these neutrals. They're more golden yellow tones and they like those. So let's pop over really quickly to some of the minis just to see what options there are, because this big one is 30 bucks. In the base version, there is the I Am Alma set, which is more neutrals. It's got some greens in it and some of the other neutral shades like light. And then the I Am Siempre Divina set is the one I have here, and this has a little bit more of those golden rust hues to them. Less blues and greens, more of the neutral warm tones. And this is a $25 value, which is still like, that's only $5 cheaper than this as far as, retail goes. But that's not BoxyCharm, that's this brand. Just something I'm noticing. A couple other reviews in here are it's a nice little set and the shadows are nice, says Karen, 4.5 hearts. Eyeshadows are in a little nice handy palette. Wish I would have gotten the lighter shade palette considering I have lighter skin and hair and my profile says so. Little confused about why it came with lashes, but okay. Just a little freebie. Mine didn't come in the box that it's showing. Mine just came, as far as my lashes went, in just a little side plastic container, which doesn't bother me. These shades are way too warm tones for Kat D, so she only gave it 2 hearts. They definitely build warmer too as you layer them, so I could say, like I said, it was pow for me. I even thought some of these shades in here, like this one right here, looks pretty neutral and easy transition in the pan. And once you get her on your lid or in the swatch, you can see it's very bold. So you can wear things down, like blend it down, but it does pack a punch. Glory L gave this 4.5 hearts and says, I really do like the shadows and the formula, and the shimmers are beautiful. But the problem is that there's no mid-tone shadow, so you can't do a full look with just this palette. It's all light shades and then black. So that sucks, but the shadows are really great. I even discovered that with this palette, I would say, because they're so pow and they're so punchy. Like, I just really wanted something neutral, and I even thought that this could be like an easy neutral shade for me. Light is what I started my lid with, but really there is no like mid-tone, because even this brown tone here, if you build it or try to blend it, it gets a little too cool toned with some of the other things I was playing with. Didn't look too great on my skin tone. So all of these shades that I thought would maybe be a bit more basic for a transition are also pretty punchy, so that is an issue that I did notice as well. Nothing I can't work with though, considering how many palettes I do have in my collection, but when you have this many shadows, you are kind of wanting something to help you transition, so, there's good things and bad things about a formula being so pigmented. I will say I used my own lash glue, not that that matters, but it is the Duo lash glue that I like. Let's check out the brush reviews really quickly, just out of curiosity. These are an Arteza brush set for $27. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Marissa said very soft, and the blue is an amazing color. I do like that. I also like the grip on these. They kind of look like maybe they're plastic, but they're not. They're like this soft, velvety feel, which is really nice. Some people, it sounds like they got a brush set last month. I don't think I did, so I was pretty excited to get these. Feels cheap and hard to clean, says Alexis too. I don't think these feel cheap. I think they kind of looked cheap at first, and then once I got to using them, I was more impressed. I am curious how they'll wash, so stay tuned. These are okay, not my favorite, says Karen, 3 hearts. Love makeup brushes, and these are so soft and they work really well, says Jamie, 5 hearts. These brushes are wonderful, soft and easy to clean up, says Dana B, 5 hearts. Seem like good quality and soft handles, says Kelly R, 4.5 hearts. Some people on here are saying they have a specific brush type they prefer, which I understand. I have some that I just always have on hand, but I don't mind trying some new brands. That's kind of how I've discovered some of my new favorites, you know what I mean? Megan P gave these 5 hearts. I love brushes, beautiful blue color, and they pick up the color and the pigment well. So I'm pretty happy with them. Out of 522 reviews, they had 4.5 hearts too, or meh, more like 4 and a sliver heart. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna move on here to this Tarte Maneater gloss that I used one in a different shade before, but I like it so much, I can't wait to see how this buff one looks. I am going to do a liner really quickly. This is a $19 gloss that is for plumping, and I remember it having a very cooling effect. Right now I'm just using my I Am Confident Real Her lip liner that I enjoy. And I'm just going to go straight in. I'm not even going to put on like a matte liquid lipstick or anything. I like this shade with this eye look. it's a little bit more of a pinky tone, and I like that. Oh, I can feel the sensations rolling. So let me start looking this up online to see what other people are saying about the reviews. While it wears in, it definitely has this nice high gloss shine to it. Man, the Boxycharm website is always be struggling. Out of 921 reviews, it has 4.5 hearts, so this is getting a pretty good amount of love online. Received this in the color Buff, and I love it, says Jeannie. 5 hearts. That is the shade I am wearing right now, and I am pretty pleased with it. I don't really use lip plumps, so this feels aggressive, says Sarah H. It looks nice, but it is a bit sticky, so 3.5 hearts is what she gave it. I would say sticky isn't a word I would use to describe it, but you do notice the gloss, and it can pull your lips together a touch, but it's nothing like some of the really sticky glosses I've had that super glue your lips together from time to time. This just kind of feels a little bit more tacky is maybe what I would say, but even that seems a little aggressive compared to what I've had with other glosses. I hated this feeling so much on my lips, I threw it in the trash, says Angela. Less than 1 heart. Oh, she was not pleased. Not pleased at all. It's pretty and it does tingle, but I don't think it actually plumps, says Jessica. 3 hearts. Great brand, nice color, says Dorinda. 5 hearts. Great product. I love anything Tarte, says Kim. 5 hearts. Michelle D said 4.5 hearts. I like this, but it won't work with a mask. Haha. It's true. I try not to wear glasses if I'm going to be wearing a mask. Tarte is usually a favorite of mine for lip products, says Bonnie M. But this one has almost no color. I thought this would be a beautiful pink, but it looks like it's barely tinted. It does tingle, so the plumping must be working, but I wish there was more color. Interesting. I wonder if she has really pigmented lips, because I have pretty decently pigmented lips myself. I think you can see that. I wonder which shade she got, because this one is Buff. The other one I got in my PR was Mauve. This one's got a deeper pink tone to it, kind of like that dusty rose pink shade. I think they're pretty pigmented, so I wonder if she happens to have really pigmented lips. It's tingling even more. I can feel like the activation going on, you know what I mean? I love this gloss. It plumps my lips and makes them look so juicy, says Anna O. 5 hearts. The tingle is real with this one, says Christy O. This makes my lips look more red than plump, but she still gave it 5 hearts. Does this give me more color? I don't know. I noticed it really makes my lips look super juicy though. And I did do a little bit, obviously you saw me do some liner too, so I gave it some structure to start with. Definitely a good plumper, says Brittany. 5 hearts. Pretty color, but not big on plumper, says Jamie. 5 hearts. I was impressed that it actually works, says Nichole W. She gave it 4.5 hearts. Like, I can't even feel it. I do not feel it tingling on my hand. But I can definitely see pigment. I can see shine. On my lips, I definitely feel the activation of the plumping going on. So I think this is kind of like particular, depends on your style. Is gloss something you don't like? Does it feel sticky? Do you like plumpers or not? So I'm enjoying playing with this. I am going to take the plumper off my hand though, because I know that's going to end up in my hair, because I'm got to take my hair down still. Oh, and I'm having a wicked hair day. All right, let me finish my look a little bit, and then let's go through some more honest user reviews. Okay, so I think I have completed today's look. I think I have used everything I intended to, but I have some updates on stuff that I got in previous boxes that I do not love at all. I have some updates for you. I have some things that I need to go into more reviews about, because I need to know, what do other people think of the things that I might be allergic to? What are some people thinking about stuff that I'm still wondering about? So I want to jump backwards a little bit into a product that I told you guys I thought I used wrong on camera for my brows. This is the Tint Beauty Lash and Brow Duo. This is a $29 value, and I used this in my last Boxycharm video, the PR unboxing, and I used the mascara, and I was like, it's okay, but the brow product was the one that I thought maybe I did wrong, because at first kind of forgot about her, had to pop back into her, and I thought it was too clumpy. I thought that it was giving me a lot of sass. So I was like, oh, well, that's probably me. I'm probably the problem. I should have just used it after a pencil. Well, I was using another brow product today trying to blend and marry some colors, so I again didn't want to go into this. Also, I do keep forgetting about this little duo set because I keep mascaras in one spot and brow products in another, so I'm trying to commit to an area so I don't forget it. I need to still try the mascara more on a natural day, but as you can see with the false lashes and everything, today's not natural. Today is not natural, but I do like the mascara for the lower lashes for sure. Upper lashes, it still feels a bit lackluster, but I've usually had a lot of makeup going on the lids. So the brow product is super duper chunky and doesn't spread well, doesn't blend well. I don't know if this is going to oxidize and do better the longer it is open, but giving you an idea, it comes out super clumpy in the brow. And when I did a tutorial for you guys in the last video, again, I blamed myself, but then I tried it the way I said I wanted to, which was after a brow pencil to kind of fill in. This is so chunky and there's no clean spoolie to try to clean it up that I feel like I just make more of a mess and the brows get out of hand really darn quickly. And it's very creamy. There's a lot of product here, as you can see, so it's not even like it's something that I can work with on its own. So I've been grabbing a spoolie to try to clean it up, and then I still have chunks in the brows, chunks on the skin. So it does not do a nice natural brow in the least, if anything. And I feel like I have a lot of bossy brow compared to some people. I got a decent amount of real estate for it, and I like to do multiple things to have it look a certain way, especially on camera. But this is so messy. This is a messy girl. I don't think she does a very good job. I'm curious what other people are gonna say because I keep trying it and it just is, there's no way to like wipe it off enough to not let her look a wreck. So I'm really curious what other people are saying about it. Let's check out the reviews. As of this moment, it has 1,800 plus reviews and 3.5 hearts. I like it, but it comes out rather messy. Good coverage and color match, says Courtney, 4.5 hearts. Mascara is nice, but brow tint, not a fan, says Evelyn, 5 hearts. Not the best stuff. The mascara is weak. Need to put tons of coats on to even show you have any on. Okay, so that was my experience too. I thought it was just me and maybe I had too much makeup on to make it look, but that's good to know. She goes on to say, and the brow gel is horrible. Thick and super dark. Less than 1 heart. Yeah. Okay, and then there's Amber H. Worked perfect and great. Tell me your ways. Tell me your ways, especially with the brow. Raina gave this 2 hearts. I haven't tried the mascara yet, but I did not like the brow gel at all. It is too thick and almost glue-like consistency. The applicator is entirely too small and picks up too much product. Yes, exactly, Raina. I feel you. She said the color is nice, though. Can you see how chunky it even is on my hand? Like, it is so... Ooh, it does feel like glue. Yes, and then it's like... Ugh. There was a day I was filming another video, and I told you guys... Don't look at my brows. I am trying something behind the scenes and I had to wipe it off. That was the other day that I tried this the way I said I wanted to, on top of a pencil. I don't like it. It's so clumpy, so gooey, and then you have like chunks on your skin under your brow and you gotta like wash your whole makeup off. And by the time, that's not how I do my makeup. I don't do brows first and just hope for the best, and if that doesn't work, wash it off, because I already got a full face going by the time I'm to my brows. No thank you. No thank you. Now I'm going to pull out one of these little guys, and we're going to get to this in a second. Checking out the reviews for that in a minute. The brow tint is way too dark for my brows, and the brush picks up way too much product. Mascara is okay, says Gabby, 2 hearts. Not impressed, says Shyla, 2 hearts. The brow gel was horrid, leaving your brows feeling crunchy. Yeah, like you put hairspray in it or something. That's a good descriptor. Mascara is okay, but I wouldn't reach for it again. Tell me, Grace Ann, what did you do? Grace Ann C gave this 5 hearts and said, love the brow gel, not the mascara so much. How did you make this work? Tell me the things. Tell me the things. This is junk, Sarah says, and gives it 2 hearts. She's not messing around. She's not even going to tell you why she thinks it's junk. She's just going to tell you it's junk. And then there's Teresa, gave it 5 hearts and says, it was good. And then literally typed ... This is garbage, Cat D said, and less than 1 heart. The mascara is decent, but the brow part is really clumpy, says Britt. 2 hearts. Love this combo, says Angel. Okay, so now we know. Let's see what our friends are saying about this glow recipe that I did start with this morning, and I have a lot of mornings. This has over 1,900 reviews and has almost a full 5 hearts. Evelyn T, 5 hearts. Love, love, love. Courtney S, right below her, gave it 3 hearts and said, I guess glow equals shiny/oily. It smells nice and it spreads easily, but leaves my face looking oily. So Lavia says, 4.5 hearts. Beautiful. Smells so good. But do I see it doing anything? ... No. Why can't we have more products like this, says Kat D. She's been through some of these saying things are garbage, so at least she's happy with something. I'm happy to hear that. Smells like heaven, and it is so, so good on my skin, says Amy R. This is getting just a ton of 5 hearts, which I kind of thought it would based on the beginning part of the reviews where it's like almost all 5 hearts. So that is good to know. Let's check out the Ace Beauté Falling For You reviews because I've given you my review on it, but let's see what other people are saying. If you missed my review and wear test of this little baby, my Get Ready With Me, again, check out the video I did earlier this month to check out all of these gorgeous shades. This has almost 2,300 reviews and has 4.5 hearts. Brilliant colors, says Evelyn. The colors in this palette are great, says Stephanie O. This is lovely and the perfect shades for fall. Kristen H says with 5 hearts behind her. And then I get down here to Lavia that says cute. Says nice, cute names of the shadows, but all in all, so cheap, 2 hearts. Oh, I disagree. I think this is a really great formula. These shadows are so pigmented, says Marissa. 5 hearts. I love this. My new favorite palette, says Elizabeth. 5 hearts. Lots of love. You know what I'm curious about? How are the reviews for this? Because a lot of us were confused. You guys said in my comments too, like, how do you use this? And I'm so grateful for my friends in the audience that are always like, hey girl, this is what this is for. Use it like this, use it like that. I love doing this with you guys every month. The 111 Skin is supposed to set your skin up for success and make it more absorbent for the next steps of your skincare. This has 600 reviews and has 4.5 hearts. So the people that have reviewed it seem to be enjoying it. Nice. I wouldn't buy it, says Sarah H. I don't think the brand produces results worth that price. Okay, so Melissa gave this like a really in-depth review, but only gave it 3 hearts. So let's see what Melissa says. This is fine. I haven't been overly impressed with anything I've tried from 111 Skin, and this is no exception. It's hydrating and didn't cause any irritation to my sensitive skin, but I also didn't notice any visible changes to my skin's brightness or pigmentation, nor did I notice any skin smoothing. If all I'm getting from a product is hydration, then more effective and affordable options in my skincare work better. If you're looking for effective antioxidants, you're better off spending money on a good vitamin C serum. So I think this is supposed to do more than hydrating based off what you guys have told me. Okay, Sarah J is speaking Adam's language right now. 3 hearts. It's fine as a toner / essence, but the scent is in all caps so strong. It doesn't smell bad. Smells like the male cologne or aftershave, but it's not something I want on my face every day. See, Adam would disagree with that. Adam tried this after I told him what you guys said it was for, and he was excited to use it. And then he got a whiff of it and was like, why does it smell like old lady? It smells very floral to him. To him, it does not smell masculine at all. Not that that really matters to him. It was just like, he was like, this is an overwhelming scent. And I do agree, it is very strongly scented. Tired of getting so much skincare, but I tried this tonight after getting out of the shower, and pretty nice. My skin feels soft, says Amy. 2 hearts. Jessica, wow, this is expensive. I hope I don't end up liking it. All right, I need to know, what are people saying about this? Because maybe it was me, maybe it's a Nichole problem. Oh, this website sucks. This is half my video, is me sitting here waiting in between trying to get the website to work. This has a little under 600 reviews, but has 4.5 hearts. So not a lot of people have reviewed this. Sarah H said 2 hearts. Not a big fan of this brand or vitamin C washes. Serums are sufficient. Maybe I've been doing a lot of serums, so I don't need this. Haven't tried it yet, but good brand, so it should be a good face wash, says Sherry. It's fine, says Jessica L. Cleans without drying out my skin, but I'm not seeing any difference with the brightening aspect. 3 hearts. Anna O said 5 hearts. Nice cleanser. Makes my skin feel soft and refreshed. So Lacey S gave this 2 hearts. Didn't really want another cleanser. I've used this one twice, and if I get anywhere near my eyes, I look like a red raccoon because the skin surrounding my eyes gets super red. I have sensitive skin, and I don't think this product is for me. Okay, so my eyes didn't get red, but they were definitely irritated, watering a lot. They watered a lot. Stung a bit, so I'm with you, Lacey. I'm thinking it might be the ingredient that one of you guys was telling me about in my DMs. Nichole G. I like how you review things. Less than 1 heart. Smells like I'm putting orange vodka on my face. That is very specific, putting orange vodka on your face, and causes my sinuses to flare up. It seems like I have an allergy to an ingredient. Okay, maybe I'm not alone. Some people are saying this is a typical everyday cleanser. Some people are really, really happy to get a vitamin C face wash because a lot of us enjoy vitamin C, and I personally am one that uses vitamin C and I enjoy it. So this one just kind of isn't working for me. All right, really quickly, I do want to do a quick review check for Vior Hair Care Secrets in the Snow Soft Styling Foam. I am enjoying this to a degree, except today. I've loved it the first 2 times I used it. This past time, maybe I just wasn't doing enough for it, and I washed my hair, put this in. I did a little extra, and maybe I used too much. I'm not really sure, but my hair has been really knotty, and it's feeling really big. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of hair, so I like when it gets big, but it's like big but unmanageable. It's not really holding its curl like it normally did. So I think it was something I did differently, so I'm still kind of messing around with it. So I wanted to see the reviews. It's got 3.5 hearts at the moment out of 200 reviews. Melissa H, you know your stuff. Okay, 4.5 hearts. This is fine. A light hold mousse foam that doesn't weigh down or dry out my 2C3A fine high porosity hair. It provides a decent lift at the roots. I don't find it to give much in the way of curl definition. The scent is light and inoffensive. A little amount goes a long way. I need 1 pump for my short hair, long pixie bob short hair. I like it enough to use it up, but I won't repurchase a replacement. So I have thicker hair, and I definitely have wavy curly hair, and it's worked great for me the first few times. I think maybe I just used too much this past time because I did pump more in, I think, just to kind of see how it did, and now I know. I feel like it's a little unmanageable. I love the smell, a very light formula, and it makes my hair so soft and less frizzy, says Christy. 5 hearts. Nice mousse for my curly hair, says Julia. 4.5 hearts. I agreed the first time I used it. Then I went overboard because I'm extra. Not crazy about how this works. I guess it works fine, says Ashley. 2 hearts. Nice texture, but not really sure if it's what it claimed to be. My hair felt the same as usual, said Peggy. She gave it 3 hearts. Different strokes, different folks. I'm going to keep trying this because I fell in love with it at first, and then I went overboard. Let's check out really quickly, because I know this is already really long, guys, and I'm trying to shorten my videos a bit. The Dew of the Gods collagen under eye pads, because I've heard some conflicting things from you guys, my husband, myself. I didn't notice anything great, and I've used them twice. Let's see. Almost 5 hearts. It's got like, no, not almost 5. 4 and a sliver into the 5th heart out of 718 reviews. Love this. Individual packets and they feel great, says Connie. I like that these aren't too heavy, says Sarah H. 4.5 hearts. Great results and very relaxing, says Erin. 5 hearts. I've not noticed results. Cute tin. I do agree with that. So Anna O said she loves this because she realizes she really does see her puffiness going away. I don't think I get too puffy, so maybe that's where I'm not noticing it. Stick really well, says Christy O. Very light scent. 5 hearts. I do agree. They do stick well. Clarissa was saying how she can do other things with these on. Yeah, I could do anything. I could clean. I could do a bunch of work. I don't have to worry about these slipping and sliding at all. Lauren said you only get too few to see if these actually work, so only 3 hearts. Yeah, you only get 10 sets. I've gone through 2 and I don't notice anything. I was wondering how these towelettes would fare in the reviews, and it looks like out of 2,400 reviews, it's got about 3 and a sliver heart into the 4th. It's okay, says Kim. 4.5 hearts. Anita said super gentle at taking off my makeup. 5 hearts. Seriously, where's the makeup, says Angelica. She did not like these. Although I will say, personally, in the 4 boxes I got this month, I got a ton more makeup than I normally have gotten this year. So that makes me happy. Desiree gave these 5 hearts and says, these clean very well, but can leave my face feeling a little dry. These are terrible for your skin. I threw them away, says Kristen A, less than 1 heart. I only use these for swatches, so that seems really wasteful, says Angelica C, less than 1 heart. I'll mention again, I do like that these are at least 100% biodegradable. So at least these have that going for them, but I'm gonna use these to wash off my swatches here, and that's gonna be about it. Although these do a really good job, even with these really pigmented shadows, as you can see, they really do get it all off and get it all off pretty quickly. So at least there's that. But like I said, I'm not going to complain too much because we don't get these that often, but a lot of people are saying these are really wasteful. And yeah, I'd rather use a lot of the face wash stuff that I do like, not this, to get my makeup off. All right, something a girlfriend and I absolutely fell in love with. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. The Gilles Beauty wing stamp. We both fell in love with it because we think it's a lot of fun, especially for fall, and it makes it so much easier to do a wing. Out of 1,000 reviews, it's got about 4 hearts, about 3 3/4 of a heart. Super small wing and hard to get even, says Anita. Less than 4 hearts, more like 3 hearts. Not fond of the pen types, doesn't really apply smoothly. Wipes off and smears easily. Oh, I disagree, Courtney. Okay. But mine stayed on really well even after I was like doing stuff and touching my eyes, curling my lashes. I thought it stayed great. She only gave it 2 hearts. Perfect, works great, says Amber. Awesome, love the eyeliner, says Delia. I guess I need to practice getting the perfect wing with this stamp smiley face. It works, but it fades and it's less than blacks, says Humora. 4.5 hearts. Interesting. I did not have that problem. So what I do is go back and forth with it. Don't lift. Just go back and forth while it's sitting there. And that's how I do it. And if they're not perfect, and I know my girlfriend was like, I don't think these are perfectly even. I'm like, it's kind of like brows. Sisters, not twins. I haven't gotten it probably perfect either, but I've gotten so many compliments when I have used this liner. I've not been mad at it. I think it's been a lot of fun. It's kind of made a quick wing for me, and it's fast and easy. And I've actually enjoyed the formula personally. Okay guys, I know these videos are long and I tried to condense them as much as I can, doing some of the wear test and reviews intertwined. Tell me maybe what you got in your premium or base boxes. Do you still get both? Do you just get one? Did you notice more makeup? Because I definitely did. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, hi new friends. I really hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on my fun, festive videos I have coming the rest of October, and some more fun fall faves and other videos throughout the rest of the season. Bye friends!